And welcome everybody to the Huddle. It's KGUN 9's streaming sports digital talk show. I'm Jason Barr, and you can see I'm joined here by Pat Parris, the first episode of season number 2. So if you're watching us on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, the app, the website, wherever, thanks so much for joining us. And you can leave comments and questions in the area there. Pat, good afternoon. How are you?
I'm doing well, Jason. I'm excited about tonight for the men, and the women have a pretty good we have a good game coming up as well tomorrow night.
Yeah, third-ranked men, eighth-ranked women. We'll talk about both. I think we'll start, Pat, with this men's team. And, when we last talked here on the Huddle in season number 1, I think we both thought, might be 21-11, bubble team, maybe get to the tournament. Wow, have things changed. Pat, sometimes you talk about a boxer, and a boxer's like a 16-1 record with 14 knockouts. This basketball team has a 16-1 record with 14 blowouts. They're not just beating their opponents, they're beating them badly, and they look fantastic.
Yeah, and those two road victories that they just had by 25 or more points, first time that's been done in the Pac-12. I think, you're right, Jason. And if anybody tells you that they predicted this or even predicted even close to this for the Arizona men, they're lying. They're not telling you the truth. I think there was some hope that with some very talented players that were left behind and a coach that we all thought could do a good job, that they could be a tournament team. But nothing like number 3 in the nation and number 1 in the net rankings for the NCAA. I've been super impressed, as you mentioned, not only with them winning, but it's the way they're winning and the style that they're playing. And they're a lot of fun to watch. And I think that's what's helping us all really fall in love with this team too, is just how much entertainment value we get out of watching them every single afternoon or evening when they play.
Yeah, Tommy Lloyd, the head coach, and his fast-paced style. Tommy Lloyd, certainly a candidate for Naismith Coach of the Year. What an incredible job he has done with this team. One comment really stands out to me, and he was asked about Kirk Kriisa and some of the antics that Kirk Kriisa has done on the court, and even before a game where he hurt himself horsing around and couldn't play. And Tommy Lloyd was asked, well, what are you going to say to him? Are you going to discipline him? And maybe he will, and we don't know. But you know what his answer was? I'm not going to crush his spirit. He just seems like he really knows the right way to handle all of the players and the right buttons to press.
Yeah, he's a master at that already, and maybe that's 20 years of kind of being that guy under Mark Few, and that guy is the coach that can let you horse around and have fun to a certain extent, unlike when Kirk Kriisa got hurt. But goof around, have fun. When it's time to play, have fun, smiles on your faces, entertaining, energetic, all that kind of stuff. But at some point, you're right, there's a line you can't cross. And I think Kirk Kriisa and whoever he was with, they were horsing around, that was the line you can't cross. I'm sure it was discussed, but not crushing the spirit, meaning not taking away that fun attitude that they're having. Just realize the importance of what you're trying to accomplish. And that is the thing. You have to keep your eye on the prize at the same time, Jason. You can have all the fun you want. You can all try to make Sports Center highlight reel, dunks and all that kind of stuff. But don't forget, you're trying to win basketball games. You're trying to get a Pac-12 championship, and you're trying to eventually make it to the Final Four.
We've got some statistics to show you. Some of these are just incredible, how dominant this team has been. They lead the nation in scoring margin. So they're beating their opponents by 24.5 points per game, leading in assists per game. Remember, we thought they didn't have a true point guard going into the year.
Right.
Boy,
Yep.
we were mistaken about that. Rebounds per game. And there were a couple of others up there. Average possession length. So that's the shortest time of possession. So that speaks to their fast-paced tempo. It only takes them 14.5 seconds to shoot. And then a 2-point field goal defense as well, just under 39%, leading the nation in all 5 of these categories. And in other categories, they're not far behind either. And they beat up a couple of Eastern New Mexico's or whatever to start the season, but they just, as you said, blew out 2 Pac-12 teams the last weekend.
Yeah, so you're number 2 on the list that we didn't show, scoring offense. So overall points per game. Sure. Gonzaga's won at 90.2, Arizona's at 88.7. Well, they just went to Colorado and put up 76 in a game where, of course, Colorado's going to try to really slow you down, which they did to a certain extent. Then they go and they win at Utah they put up. Oh, I'm sorry, I got that was those home games where they didn't score as much at the home games because this team slowed them down. They went to Stanford, scored 85. Went to
Stanford
Cal,
and Cal last weekend, yeah,
scored 96. So they go 85 and 96. So put those two together and they're right at their scoring average. The point I'm trying to make is, even on the road so far, this team's been able to do what it wants to do, and that's play the style of offense they want to play, and they play that switching, hounding, defense where they're doing a lot of switching, but at the same time, they're ready to double team anybody who gets the ball down in the post, or maybe you can get them on a corner. They're going to try to double team you every chance they get. Sometimes they commit fouls. A lot of times they commit turnovers.
Yeah, speaking of playing well on the road, Ben Matherin's statistics are actually better on the road. He's
Yeah.
Pat Parris. I'm Jason Barr. You're watching The Huddle on KGUN9's digital show, streaming platforms. If you'd like to make a comment, do so. We'll read it if it's clean, and
Please keep it clean
and answer it as well. All right, so third-ranked Arizona tonight at seventh-ranked UCLA. UCLA head coach Mick Cronin talked about tonight's game, and here's what Mick Cronin has to say about. We'll get to Robert. We'll get to Robert Martinez first. It's incredible that under the UA coach that Arizona men's basketball is 16-1. Will this record show a higher seeding for them in the March Madness? Robert, you bet. Right now, that'd be a number one seed. A number one seed going to San Diego, and possibly, fingers crossed, up to San Francisco. So yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Let's hear from UCLA coach Mick Cronin on tonight's game.
They can beat you with their rebounding and their size. Different ways to win games, but I would say Coloco's improvement. Since I saw him at Sierra Canyon to now, really stands out to me.
And Pat, Coloco just one of several players who've improved, and usually the improvement comes freshman to sophomore year. What's remarkable about Coloco's improvement is, yeah, he improved some last year. It's from sophomore to junior year. He is a completely different player than what he was the last couple of years.
Let's give some credit. I mean, certainly Tommy Lloyd gets a lot of credit, and it's well deserved. But he gets the credit because he's the face of the program as the head coach. But Steve Robinson is the guy I think that you need to give a lot of credit for. He's the coach, the assistant coach that came over, had been at both Kansas and at North Carolina. You're talking about a coach who knows how to develop big men, big players. And that's what he's doing right now. And it's not just Christian Coloco, it's Umar Ballo as well, who, Jason, in a month, we've seen Ballo go from a guy you're like, oh no, he's going
a project to an
he,
almost finished project.
He's at least in the process of becoming a finished project. Before he was just a project.
I got you.
And I think Robinson should get a lot of credit for that and what he's been able to do. And did you notice how much they played the Twin Towers the other day on over the weekend? I was impressed with. I don't think they're going to do that a lot, but if they have an opportunity, they see a point in a game or an opponent that they can take advantage of, that high-low game where you got one big man out front, you got one big man down below, and it's just imagine being the opposition coach trying to game plan for what Arizona can do. They can go 4 guards and a big man. They can go 2 big men and 3 guards. If Azuolas Tubelis is healthy, you can go a big man, Tubelis, and 3 guards. I mean, it's crazy what they can do to keep you off balance offensively and defensively.
Well, they've gotten away with not having Azuolas Tubelis the last couple of nights. We don't know yet if he's going to play tonight at UCLA, and certainly, that'd be too bad if he can't. He had an ankle injury, a sprained ankle likely. So, but yeah, the play that Umar Ballo has showed in his place has been terrific. Tougher competition tonight. UCLA led by Johnny Juzang, who's averaging 18 points a game. And also, Pat, they're going to have fans back tonight at Pauley Pavilion for the first time in nearly 2 months. Interesting timing, of course. Oh, now fans can be back. There was a little bit of a talk maybe that UCLA had pushed this game back to a time when they could have fans, because remember, they were supposed to play over the holidays, and UCLA canceled or postponed when they were still practicing and scheduled an easier opponent. So there's a little of that sidebar to tonight's game as well.
Yeah, James Cota has a comment here, and he's talking about the big men for UCLA, and he says UCLA big, how they fare against Arizona seems like a a huge mismatch in favor of Arizona. I think when you start with the biggest lineup in all of NCAA basketball, that's the University of Arizona, because they have 2 7-footers. They have Tabellas. They are the, inch per inch biggest team in all of the NCAA. So yes, that would be an advantage. UCLA presents other problems, though, not just with size. You're going up against a lot better athletes than we've seen the last couple of games, Jason. I think that's where you're a little concerned about. Okay, it's going to be a different style of game. It's going to be a different level of competition and level of athlete they're going up against tonight. We'll see. I still think they have a really great chance. It's just going to be an adjustment they'll have to make.
You're going to get that with most UCLA teams. We're not expecting a 24-point win tonight. And if they don't win, it'll be okay. They're going to get UCLA again, I believe, later in the year.
It goes like this, Jason. They play UCLA tonight at ASU Saturday. Then on the 3rd, they play UCLA here. So it's not very long before you get UCLA again. So, yeah, we're going to see plenty of the Bruins.
Yeah, and Arizona's only loss is a questionable one at that. You don't want to be one of those people who are like, oh, blame the officials. It was the refs' fault. But in that game, that was egregious at Tennessee, I believe it was. Mm-hmm. And so really, they've played a near perfect schedule. You can't expect that to just be, not to be a slip up along the way. But if they win tonight, boy, it's just another win in what's been a fantastic start to the season for sure.
Yeah, I think we're all excited about the challenge to just see how they fare. We were excited about them going to Tennessee and see how they would play in that hostile environment. It didn't work out. You can, as you mentioned, you can point to certain things, but now we see they're going to go into a hostile environment. It's UCLA. This is your basketball rival, Jason, too. Let's not overlook it. A lot's happened in the last couple of years with COVID, with changing a head coach. The one thing stays the same is these two basketball teams are the two best basketball teams. Maybe you could stick Oregon in there as well. But you know what I'm saying is this is the team that you've always, had run-ins with. You can say that all the way back to the 1960s when UCLA was winning all those championships. This is the two perennial programs that are at the top of the Pac-12.
Yeah, I agree with you, James Cota. That Tennessee game was badly officiated. Not just UCLA, Pat, but a Mick Cronin coach team. He was at Cincinnati. Fantastic job there. All right, so let's touch a little bit now on the women's team. Actually, some news today. By the way, women are ranked 8th in the country. Men are ranked 3rd in the country. Maya Naji, who's one of the recruits coming in for next year, was named a McDonald's All-American. She actually is the highest rated recruit in program history, even higher than Kate Reese. Both were 5-star, and certainly Ari McDonald was a transfer. So some exciting news with her and Kaylin Gilbert, the guard, coming next year. As far as this year's team, again, just like the men, I think they've done better than we thought, going into the season and be like, well, or at least I thought, they're going to lose Ari McDonald. It might be a step back, 2 steps forward, one step back, and a couple steps forward. This is a bigger, deeper, really punishing defensive team. And they've done a fantastic. Had a little difficulty with the injuries. Lauren Ware was hurt. They lost a couple of games. She is their best post defender. And also Shayna Pellington was out with a non-disclosed illness, and that hurt as well. She's a terrific defensive guard, and she has been playing with a newfound confidence the last couple of games with her shot. So really, as we sit here, the women have a fantastic opportunity to possibly host a couple of NCAA tournament games, and if the men keep winning, really a great chance to start the tournament in San Diego. But first things first, it's January 25th, and the women, again, coming off the national championship appearance, having a fantastic season. Their game Friday has been postponed. So the women's next game, correct me if I'm mistaken, is a national championship rematch Sunday at Stanford.
Well, they play tomorrow night, I thought, at UCLA.
I thought that
was a makeup game.
Yeah.
Okay. But yes, the Friday game's canceled. I think there's some similarities in the paths the men and the women are taking right now. And I look at what the men did in that tough road loss at Tennessee. They bounced back, but there was a little. They came back home, and there were a couple of games where you saw them get a little out of their game. They were trying to, as Tommy Lloyd was describing, kind of trying to make that that Sports Center highlight reel kind of play, and maybe they needed to be brought back in a little bit. With the women's team, that game at Oregon, that was so out of character for them. The way they lost that game, they kind of blew the lead, and then there were a lot of officiating issues, and we know that Adia Barnes got reprimanded by the Pac-12 for saying they got homered at Oregon. That'll be an interesting rematch coming up when Oregon comes here. But I saw the last two games. They struggled a little bit in that in the next game against Utah, but ended up winning. And then this last game against Colorado, slow start, but they really fourth quarter took it to the Buffs, and that's a nationally ranked Colorado program as well. So I think my point is, I think the similarities are there was a loss that was a hard one to kind of stomach, and then there was a little bit of uneven play that we hadn't been used to. But now in that last game, I really saw Shayna Pellington take over and become that player we thought she could be. We'd seen glimpses of it, and maybe that's the corner they needed to turn for this team to, again, maybe ascend back up in the top 4 or 5 and maybe beat a Stanford at some point. Jason, one of these games, one of these times they play Stanford, they're going to beat them, and maybe that's down the road here, not too distant future.
Yeah, for sure. Robert Martinez, I think Arizona and UCLA are two programs that are hard to give up when it comes to losing. They want to continue to win, and give credit to Barnes for keeping the women's basketball team on track and continuing a good season once again. Yeah, Adia Barnes is just, what can you say about the job that she's done beyond any wildest dreams? All right, you want to finish it up with a little NFL championship game talk? I think, Pat, for the second straight year, we're going to have a team host the Super Bowl. Tampa did last year, and I think we're going to see the Rams host at SoFi Stadium. Hard to pick against the two home teams, I think, here with the Rams and the Chiefs. But you never know.
Yeah. You never know, because we saw last weekend. Yeah, we saw last weekend that the road teams almost won all the games. But I think the Rams have a definite possibility of making to the championship.
Their defense.
Their defense is so good, and Matthew Stafford's, he's not throwing that inopportune interception the last couple of games like we've seen him at other points during the season.
He's a
I'll
gamer.
tell you what, he is, and you know what, he just seems like a heck of a nice guy. He just really seems like a good guy, and it's hard not to root for him. I will say this about the Rams: their win over the Cardinals seemed to be their turning point to me. When they beat them, I thought, you know what, this is the Rams that we hadn't really consistently seen, that you thought you might see. And it's no big feat to beat the Cardinals. I get it, especially in the second half of the season. They weren't that good, but it's just the way they really kind of controlled that game. This game last weekend, they should have won by a lot more than they did. Obviously, they kind of had a little bit of a letdown, but I really like the Rams right now, and I hate to say that as a fan of the Cardinals. You don't want to see an NFC West team necessarily, but what the heck, they're playing some great football. The Chiefs, on the other hand, they're also playing their best football. Finally, Jason, we didn't see this much at all in that first half of the season. They did not look like the Chiefs at all, and now all of a sudden, Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs with Kelsey and Hill, they just look really good.
Yeah, looking like the teams from the last 2 years that went to the Super Bowl. I think that's four straight AFC Championship games for them. You got the up and coming team with the Bengals and Joe Burrow. So some good AFC Championship games on Sunday, and that's what's happening. All right.
Did you see Alex Steiniger?
Let's see here.
Alex Steiniger said they polled their viewers on the Morning Blend on KGUN 9.
Josh Allen's fantastic.
Yeah, which quarterback performed the best over the weekend? Josh Allen won, but Tom Brady won my heart. I know that Alex likes Tom Brady, but Josh Allen did everything possible to win that game. And I'm going to say this one last time, Jason, because you and I haven't talked about it. Why do you kick the ball out of the back of the end zone with 13 seconds left? Kick the ball short and make them at least run 5, 6, 7 seconds off the clock trying to get the ball back out to the 25. You give them the ball at the 25, 2 plays, they can kick a field goal. They get the ball at the 25 after return, you got 1 play. That's it. I don't know. I was really just like, what are you doing?
You can't score in 13 seconds unless the other team makes a mistake.
There's no doubt, but you don't want to put them at the 25 with 13. How about the 25 with 7 seconds? I'd rather take my chances with that.
No,
And if they return the kickoff, you don't deserve to win the game either. So anyway.
the AFC Championship game would be in Buffalo if they did that.
Yeah, boy, what a difference that would make.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks to Robert and Alex and James and did I miss anybody? Kevin? I don't know what Kevin's asking here with more caps, please. I think that means sarcasm when you
yes.
But what do you, I don't even know what he's
I
referring
don't know
to.
what do we have something with lots of caps? I'm not sure.
And then Gene Headley, yawn at 3:00. Gene, you didn't give us a chance. You yawn thing at 3:00. What does that mean? if you don't like the show 10 minutes in, then do a yawn. You can't do a yawn right off the top. Come on. All right. So, all right. Any final thoughts? Looking forward to the game. I wish it wasn't 9:00 tonight. It's an 11:00 game, East Coast time. So,
and you wonder why the Pac-12 never gets any coverage nationally when the entire East Coast is already going to bed.
Nobody's watching this game tonight.
Nobody's.
A weeknight at 11:00. There is not anybody on the East Coast watching. Take it from me. I spent some time on the East Coast.
Yeah, I know you did, and I did too. And I can tell you that this would be one. Well, I would because I've always been an Arizona fan, but I guarantee you nobody's going to be watching this on the East Coast, and it's too bad. But you know what? They'll see the box score tomorrow, and hopefully it'll be an Arizona victory.
All right, sounds good to me. All right, Pat, thanks so much for season 2, episode 1 on the Huddle.
We
here
kicked
on
it off.
K-Gun 9s. Yep, for Pat Parris, I'm Jason Barr. We'll see you on the news later today on K-Gun.